You are looking live in Blue Springs, Missouri.
That's right. We're on the air, people.
No onions, no tomatoes. Right back at you. Giving the people what they want.
Giving the people what they want. Baby, sometimes it's tough work.
It is hard work. We're trying to lift you guys up.
That's
lift
right.
your spirits. We're back. Let's talk about some things. We had a very eventful week.
Okay, so it's always great when you could take a work day off.
Shoots.
And go to the track.
Yes. Go to Kansas Speedway, right?
For some tire testing. Great perk.
Hey.
Season tickets.
You're a season ticket holder, right? This is a perk. This is a perk of being a season ticket holder at Kansas Speedway.
We love you, Kansas Speedway.
You know, what happens is that they take care of their season ticket holders.
We get a lot of special little treats here.
And this one was VIP access into the infield.
That's how we roll.
To watch practice. We had access to the media center, and we also had access to the pits. We got a tour of the pit of the pit garage. We had access to drivers. It was wonderful. Check this out. If you're a season ticket holder for the NFL, for NBA, or for baseball, I don't know if you're getting this kind of access that we got on Tuesday.
That's right. So of course, with the they had a special little area sectioned off where you could go up and you'd be along the road where they come in.
So cool.
So cool. It happened to be right in front of Kyle's garage.
Yeah. So Kyle Busch was one of the drivers that was testing, and it was an interesting stalking day by Christina.
So I got a visor signed.
Yes.
And then I got this signed.
Yeah, as you can see, he wrote the 54 on there because he won that race like 3 years in a row.
Yes, he won it in 14, 15, and 16.
Yes.
So I was there for all those victories.
Absolutely. So that was awesome. You know, we got a chance to chop it up with Justin Allgaier, who was amazing. Took the time.
Justin Allgaier.
Yeah, shout out to you, Justin, because he took the time to take a selfie with me and then actually have a 2 to 3 minute conversation with us.
Yeah, this No Onions, No Tomatoes podcast on location.
I turned into a reporter.
It was like, so Justin, what are you talking about your ride? You know, trying to figure out what he was going to do about his ride. Is he going to resign?
Right. He was
giving the scoop. He's like, I'd stay.
Yeah. So we felt, so he told me that. Of course, I didn't report it because I didn't want to give up my sources.
That's right.
But we found out.
We can be trusted.
Yes, but we found out on Thursday that Allgaier
staying with
staying with Junior Motorsports in that 7 car, which was awesome. We also saw Kyle Busch. Okay, so everybody wants to talk about Kyle Busch and how he's just says, he's a bad guy. He's so arrogant. Explain to the people what he did.
Well, so there was this cute little boy that came later in the day.
Yeah.
Many people had already been there and gotten many things signed. Yeah. And this lady comes up with her 2 little sons, and the toddler was a big Kyle Busch fan. And so he's there, and as Kyle comes over, he's shaking his hand. He's a little shy. But the mom's like, we have nothing for you to sign. He goes, you don't? He goes, well, I'll fix that. I'll be right back. So he goes back into the garage, gets a baseball cap, comes over, gives it to the signs it, gives it to the kid,
puts it on his head,
and then holding him so that the mom could take a picture. It was so sweet, and the little kid was flipping out. He had a Kyle Busch birthday party, and he had showed Kyle the picture of his birthday party where it was Kyle Busch themed. It
was amazing, and you know what? And Kyle wasn't the only one that was like this, but it was amazing to see Kyle Busch in that environment. He was amazing. That was an amazing event. Thanks again to Kansas Speedway for allowing us to be there and take advantage of this. And we will be back as season ticket holders again.
So, and check out our Twitter at No Onions, No Tomatoes, at @onion_tomato.
Yes.
And we posted the video of that. It's really sweet.
Yes.
And you also got your picture taken with like Chase Elliott.
Yeah.
And
Chase
we got
Elliott.
something signed by Joey Logano.
Yeah, it was just an amazing day. The rain stayed away. There was rain in the forecast. I stayed away. Boom, it was over. We also got to hobnob, rub elbows a little bit with like a NASCAR
social media guy.
That social media guy was great. And shout out to you for following us, and we appreciate that. Let's move on, though.
Move on. So we're going to recap Richmond.
Woohoo! We're gonna recap Richmond. Okay, so Richmond.
All seven and we'll watch them fall.
Oh boy.
They stand in the way of love and we will smoke them all with their intellect and the savoir-faire.
No one in the whole universe
look, that's enough.
can
Listen.
ever compare.
Okay, so we played this in honor of Kyle Busch, who collected his 7th victory of the year at Richmond. He had never won the night race here. He's won the fall race. This was his 6th win at Richmond, first in the fall.
Yeah, he's always won the spring race. And so, you were bragging with Brad winning.
You get 3 in a row, man. I'm looking for the 4th shot, baby.
And Kyle's like, no. I'm going to show you how to win 7.
It was amazing. I mean, hey, we had a lot. We had lead changes. We didn't have a lot of cautions, right?
No, not a lot of cautions.
There was, if I'm looking here, there was three cautions.
And you want to know why? People
Why?
wanted to survive that race because they're afraid of tomorrow. But anyway, we'll get there.
So if you break those 3 cautions down, that equals up to only 1 race caution. The other 2 cautions were for the stages. Wait, one more thing. Yes. 16 lead changes among 8 drivers. At the end of this race, because of the lack of cautions, we only have 13 drivers on the lead lap.
Okay, so stage 1, we go to Martin Truex.
Martin Truex, man.
Stage 2, Martin Truex.
Yep, and then also with that, we also had Kevin Harvick finishing 2nd in both of those stages. So the big 3 are rolling.
Except for Kyle, who
Why?
had to start at the back. He started 39th.
Kyle started 39th in this race. It was amazing.
And so what I always say is, oh, that's no problem, because you know what we do? We, meaning Kyle and I, we just drive to the front.
That team with the crew chief with Adam Stevens, they're amazing.
I was waving hi.
They do not rattle, and that is championship moxie. And what they did on Saturday night was amazing. He ended up leading 92 laps. I mean, that's pretty amazing, being he started so far back.
So, and he collected his 50th win in Cup.
50th Cup win.
And so, but Martin Truex had led 163 laps.
That led 163 laps, but he did not have anything for Kyle. So the driver, the last driver that Kyle passed was actually Brad Keselowski. Brad Keselowski was holding him up.
He was holding him up. I was ready to turn him any minute now.
Brad Keselowski uses up his stuff, which means brakes and tires, and Kyle gets by him. And after that, I mean,
did that. Harvick was scaring me every once in a while.
Keselowski ended up falling back to finish in 9th after that, which is pretty good. I mean, he needed that. He was already locked in. But you always want to finish well, right?
Right.
Good for momentum.
And so for the first time this year, what happened?
First time this year, we've been talking about the big 3, right?
We've been obsessing about the big 3.
Right, which is Kyle Busch, which is Truex, and which is Harvick. This is the first time in all these races, in 29 races, that they've actually finished 1, 2, 3.
Well, we did that.
Yeah, we did. It was like synchronized swimming.
Yeah.
It's amazing, though.
Okay. And so now 18, 2, and 78 are locked in.
Yeah, so we're getting ready to get into the points. We're going to explain these points to you guys.
How are you going to explain them?
Hey, we get our high-tech telestrator out here, right? So what do we got going here? So you're going to see Martin Truex up here in first place. Well, first of all the drivers, the 3 drivers that are in red, those drivers are locked in. No matter what happens tomorrow or Sunday at the Roval, these 3 drivers will be moving on into the second round of the playoffs. So we got Truex, we got Kyle Busch with that big old W from Richmond, we got Kevin Harvick, but as you can see, even though he's in 3rd place, he's not locked in yet.
Not yet.
Now, he virtually only needs a start. He needs a catastrophe, but a catastrophe could happen there. And then we have Brad Keselowski, who we, of course, know won Vegas, and he is locked in. So if you go down here, the way I see it, anybody from 6th on down here to 16th is in trouble because we have no idea what's going to happen at the Roval.
No.
So, and then these drivers down here that are in trouble, that are below the cut line already, I mean, they have to race hard, but we have never raced on this track, so we don't know what's going to happen.
Denny Hamlin is 29 points out of 12th place.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yep. And we'll be talking about him in the next podcast as far as Charlotte goes in qualifying.
That's right. And so, what is this? Eric Jones is 20. These are hard to overcome.
At the next track that they're going to, at the Roval, which we've never raced on, these points right here, you go, oh, Jed, that's not a lot of points. In between them, it's a huge amount of points because it's really easy for you to end up finishing 39th or 38th. And then your playoffs are over.
Bye-bye.
And then we move on to the top 12, the cream
rises
to the top. So we're going to try to get through Charlotte Roval, and then we'll be off to Dover to start off the
round two
of the playoffs.
All right,
Anything else we want to talk about with the points? Wait. I'm going to pull this back up. I'm going to show them one more thing. So over here we do have our playoff points. Remember, these points will carry forward to the next round. So in the next round, everybody will start with 3,000 points. And so then it'll be this, so Truex will have 3,038 points. Kyle, at this point, is probably going to be in first place, will have 3,055 points.
Now they have the opportunity to get more points tomorrow.
Yes, they can collect more points by winning a stage or winning the race.
Let's go for 8, Kyle.
Let's go for 8. What else we got here? We good to go?
I think that's it. I think we will go to the next part 2 and we'll...
on to the next one. On to the next one. That's what we're going to do.
All right.
Hey. We are now off the air.
Off the air.
See ya.
Bye.